So if you are new to the channel and wondering how to use the videos or the sequences or the sequence of videos here, so this introductory video is for you to give you some ideas and to give you some information about the rationale behind the making of these videos and the channel itself. So let's move on to the goals. So one of the goals of this channel is to provide tutorials for in-class use or for independent use. This channel is indeed the result of requests by colleagues who are also English language teachers who I have been able to collaborate with before and who often ask me for resources to teach writing in particular, especially colleagues who work around the world teaching English to students from different cultures who are speakers of other languages. And writing is sometimes a skill that can be hard to teach, especially if you don't have good materials or good lessons or a good support system, let's put it this way. So the videos are meant to be that in some way. The videos can be used either as a whole, or you can choose to use a section of a video. You don't necessarily have to use the whole thing as it is. And the same applies to the sequence. You may use one or two videos in the sequence. You may use all the videos in the sequence. Whatever it is that works best for you. And these sequences are not meant to replace your planning. They have been made with an understanding that the teacher makes decisions, the educator makes decisions about what works best in his or her classroom, or the learner makes decisions about the best way for him or her to learn. So these videos have been made with this reality, with an understanding of this reality. So it's very important that you do not let go of your power to decide what works best for your students. So they're meant to support teachers or learners, or to be supplementary pedagogical tools. And if you haven't noticed yet, the videos have been made using a genre-based approach to teaching writing, meaning that students are invited to, first of all, look at samples of what they're going to be asked to write, analyze and understand the samples, dissect the samples and look at every part of an essay, the introduction, the body paragraph, the conclusion, and then start producing essays. First, with the help of the teacher, and then on their own. So this is one of the ways to explain, okay, one of the ways to work with the genre-based writing. And it's very, very important that we understand this so that we can use the videos with that understanding. So in practice, you could, for example, you could play a whole sequence of videos and supplement with your teaching. You could do that, especially if you're new to teaching a certain genre. This approach may work for you. Or if you have taught it multiple times, you could teach your lessons and supplement your lessons with information from the videos or the videos themselves. So either way it works. Whatever you do, make sure to pace it, right? Genre-based writing presupposes that teaching will be paced, in that students will first take some time understanding what the genre is, and then dissecting the genre or breaking it apart, and then making a list of the components of each part, and then with that list in hand, putting that part together. So that's an important assumption here that we can't forget. So pace it, especially if your students are writing their very first draft in that particular genre. Support students along the way. Writing can be frustrating, especially if your students have not learned, for example, descriptive writing. It's quite frustrating for them to have to just watch the videos at home and learn by themselves. You may ask them to watch a video at home before the lesson as preparation for the lesson. But then, once you meet them in your classroom, play the video again or go over the main points of that video and add information that is crucial for them to understand. So support your students. Just don't leave them on their own, because that can be frustrating when writers learn how to write. And allow students to access feedback. both peer feedback and feedback from you as a teacher. So throughout the learning process, make sure feedback happens on multiple occasions. So if they're asked to write the introduction, put them in groups, make sure their group members look at their paragraph, provide feedback, make sure that that writer also has a chance to provide feedback on the writing of their group members, so that they can see how other people write, and they can know from readers if whatever it is that they wrote makes sense. And then later on, they could get feedback from you as a teacher, and they should get feedback from you as a teacher. So make sure that there are multiple points throughout the process for students to receive feedback on whatever it is that they're writing. And you too, please feel free to provide feedback on the videos, on these sequences. If there's something that doesn't work well, please let me know, and we can make the videos again, we can improve them, we can continue on adding to the channel to support you in your teaching. So thank you very much for using these videos.